Okay, welcome guys to the next Blender tutorial. Unfortunately, my webcam decided not to work today. So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be off webcam, and I'll teach you how to make a glass clock. So what we're going to do to begin with, let's go over to the render engine to Eevee and switch that out to cycles. I'm going to go ahead and delete the default cube real quick. Let's go ahead and add in... We're going to go with a cylinder today. Let's go with side view of 1 so that we can see what's going on. We're going to go ahead and rotate this by 90. And I'm just going to press S for scale just to bring this up just a little bit so we know what we're working with. And G just to bring it above that red line. Just make sure you're holding in the center scroll right there so you can move stuff up and down. Okay, so once we've got this, I'm going to go ahead and shade smooth. Let's go right click shade smooth. And we're going to go S for scale and just go ahead and flatten that down as so. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and split the atom real quick. We'll go ahead with the side view at 1 on this side. If you guys don't know where the side views are, if you don't have the additional kind of accountant's keyboard at the side of your keyboard, you can go ahead and go to viewpoint. And then you've got top, bottom, front, back, right, left, whatever you need really. I usually call it the accountant's keyboard because I just associate that kind of keyboard with accountancy. It's just a lot easier to type numbers in when you're doing stuff. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be our clock face right here. Let's go ahead and just click onto the object right here and we'll go to material. We'll go new. And then we're going to switch out the principal BSDF for a glass BSDF under surface. So we'll turn the roughness down right here. So when we go to the viewport shading and we go to rendered, we can now see that we have this nice little glass kind of clock face. If you haven't already, shade smooth, right click shade smooth. So once we've got this nice little glass clock face going on right here, what we're going to do, let's go ahead and add. And we'll go with cylinder. Actually, you know, I'm gonna change that out from cylinder to cube. Let's go add. We'll go to cube. We're gonna just make a elongated cube and then just flatten it out at the back. So we're gonna go S for scale, bring this down. G to bring this forward. Just to bring this to the front right here, and you can see that it exists at the front right here. We're gonna go ahead, make sure that this is touching the clock base. So we're going to go G, bring this to the front right here. We can go with G, use the axes and bring this up to the middle. S for scale, I'm just going to scale this down just slightly. Let's go with G. And I'm going to go ahead and add, let's go for new material. And from this one we're going to go principal BSDF, switch it out to a metallic BSDF. You can go ahead and choose any base colour that you'd like. I'm going to go with blue this time actually. I think maybe either like an electric or a royal kind of blue. Something just akin to this. Now if you'd like the exact same tone as me, we have a hex option at the bottom here. And all you need to do is just type in this number and you'll get the exact same colour. So we'll come from here. What I'm going to do, let's go ahead and go Shift D. We'll bring a secondary little elongated cube to the top right here. Go ahead and click both of these. So these blue points that we've got right here, go ahead and click both of them. We'll go Shift D, click, R for rotate, and let's go with 90. So now we have the 12, the 3, the 6, and the 9. So the next thing that we need to do with this is let's go ahead and make the rest of the numbers. So we need to make the 1 and the 2 here, and then we need to make the rest of them here as well. So what I usually do is just kind of play it by eye, try and take the third of each quarter, and then we'll place the numbers just there. So let's go ahead and click all the blue ones that we've just made. Let's go Shift D, click, we go R for rotate. Get your 1 o'clock, your 4 o'clock, your 7 and your 10 in there. We'll go for Shift D again, click, R for rotate, and then we're just going to bring that around to make the 2 o'clock. Now you can go ahead and adjust these as needed if they're a little bit squiffy for you. So in the middle right here, we also need a center point. So we can do that very easily by going ahead and taking the glass that we've just made right here. Let's go ahead, Shift D. So we make 2 of them. We're going to go S for scale. Just let it scale in so you can find your center point. And you should have it just about there. So you can see that when we scale in as well, this object has come away from the original back. So all you need to do is just press S for scale, bring that up a little bit, and then we'll go with G and we'll just go ahead and just place that in there. So when we click render, we should have something like this. Obviously the lighting hasn't been amended at the moment. What I'm going to do, let's go ahead and add in a plane. Usually a plane just pops that lighting just a little bit more. So you'll notice on the plane now we've kind of got some nice little curves and stuff like that happening at the top and the bottom. You can't really see much of what's going on because I think that with a very side-on angle, you're getting kind of some interference right there. So let's see what this looks like rendered on this side. Just mess around with the angles a little bit more. So that's what we currently have. So what I'm going to do now, let's go ahead and make a base, and then we'll place the hands on to this clock as well. So let's go with just regular render for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and just box select, just hold down the left trigger on your mouse. Just go ahead and select everything just there. So I've also selected the lights here. If you select anything else on the outside, just go ahead and press shift and then just click it a few times and it should just deselect it. So let's go with G, bring this up. I'm going to go ahead and add in a cube. Let's press G, bring this up to the back right here. Let's go to edit mode. I'm going to go ahead and select the top face right here and just press G to bring it down. Oops, come on. That was weird. Okay, let me just backtrack. I've apparently deleted it by accident. Right, we want to press G to bring this down. Don't press H. I've clearly just pressed H. So, G to bring it down. Let's go A to select everything. S for scale. And let's see. I'm going to press G. Let's go back just ever so slightly so it's behind the clock. We'll select this top face right here. We're going to go E for extrude, S for scale inwards, E for extrude, S for scale inwards, and then you can go E for extrude and we'll bring this to the middle of the clock. So this will be kind of like a mechanical kind of thing going on in the middle. I'm just going to go ahead and assert toggle X-ray just really quickly. So let's go S for scale, bring this back so that we get to the hands roughly, and then we'll go E for extrude and then we'll do S for scale and bring this to the back. Now it's totally up to you whether you want to have this as a solid colour at the back or whether you want to have it as glass. If you can make cogs and stuff and you can make all the inner workings of a clock, I mean, that would look absolutely amazing. Alternatively, you can go ahead and make kind of the back as a battery compartment if you wanted to. So we can go Control R, make a little cut right here, S for scale, just bring it in. And you can kind of have like this section as being like a battery compartment or something, and then the rest of it could be glass. So to do that, let's go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and just open this just slightly. Let's get rid of that tree for a moment. Okay, so you're on X-ray mode right here. Let's select all the faces. So we want to go ahead and select every single face at the top right here, including the back. So we'll do with that box selects that we did before. We can go new. The base is going to be you're going to want to put the base as the exact same material as the glass itself on the face. So let's go ahead and we can go down to the drop down. Let's select that glass material. So this is 001. We're going to go plus, new. And for the material right here, we're going to go with black. or you could go with white, so you could do any colour really. Let's go and assign that. Now when we do the render, let's go back to object mode. We're going to have something like this. So you've got that nice little concealed, well, not really concealed with it being glass, but the battery compartment right here. You've got this nice little glass stand going on, and that nice little battery compartment is right near where the hands are supposed to be. So what I would suggest to you, because if we look at this from a side angle, you can see that this glass right here, which is supposed to hold the hands, doesn't quite interact with the battery box. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and take this glass. We're going to go shade smooth. So we've got that nice little flow of glass at the back. And I'm going to go ahead, let's go to regular render. Add, cylinder, R for rotate, 90 degrees, S for scale outwards, use the axes. S for scale down, and all you're going to do is make a little pin. So S for scale right here, let's go G, bring this up, make sure this sits and fits directly in the middle of your glass piece right here. We're going to go new, change this to a black or a grey, whatever you'd like. Just go ahead and elongate it, so S for scale, so that it sits and fits in the inside of the mechanism and the battery itself. It just gives it a little bit more realism. So now when we go to render, we should have something like this. So you can see the mechanics on the inside. You don't have to make all the cogs if you don't want to, but if you're good at making cogs, pretty good project actually. So we're going to make the hands now. So since we're going with a theme of blue, let's go ahead and select one of these blue parts right here. We'll go Shift D, bring this down, S for scale. I'm going to press G, bring this up. So this is going to be the minute hand, which is the longest. Let's go with G, bring this to the midpoint just here. You want to make sure that this is just above the little prongs that we made before. So we have that right there. The second hand that we want to do is the hour hand, which we can go Shift D, and you want to put this underneath. Let's go ahead, scale this down, press G, bring this across. I'm going to go ahead and just rotate this actually. Oops, yeah. Oops. Let's press G, don't press H. And then maybe I'm just going to rotate this one as well. Just kind of give it some more realism. Alright, so we have something like that. The next thing that we could do is make a second hand if you wanted a second hand. I'm going to take one of these pieces again. Let's go Shift D, bring this across, elongate this, and then just scale it down. Let's press G, align it to the clock face. I'm just going to go ahead and just pull this glass pin out just slightly. Okay, so we should have something like this. So this would be essentially our glass clock. So I'm going to add a background to it as well, so we can pull some of that detail out actually. Let's go with Shift D for the base, R for rotate, 90, G at the back, and we should have something like this. Now you can go ahead and add extra lighting if you'd like, just to spice this up a little bit. So let's go Shift D on that lighting just to duplicate it out. And you can also improve the exposure just a little bit, just to pull some of that detail. Maybe make one of the lights a different tone. Maybe make that kind of like a blue. Something like that. So that is the clock project. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe and share. and I will see you in the next one. Bye.